Hey there everyone, I'm Ashley Bullington and you're watching The Campfire. This week we're deep diving into District 7 5A Division 1. The teams in 7 5A Division 1 look a little different than last season. Here's a look at the teams you'll be seeing in this district.
Highland Park, Longview, McKinney North, Tyler, West Mesquite, Wiley East, and Sherman.
I definitely have that Longview and Highland Park game circled on my calendar. Another great game that's going to be happening in the Metroplex in the 2020 season. Now it's time for our film session, presented by your local North Texas Geico agents.
When the teams for District 7 5A Division 1 came out, all eyes were focused on one matchup, Longview versus Highland Park. Both won a state title just 2 years ago and have historically been dominant on the Texas high school football landscape. Graduation has taken away a lot of last year's talent for both teams. Longview and Highland Park will be looking to replace Division I quarterbacks Haynes King and Chandler Morris. However, the Scots are known for having a roster full of seniors and experienced juniors, so don't look for the turnover in the roster to affect them much. Especially at quarterback, where talented Braden Shager steps in. The other three DFW teams in this district bring their own flair as well. Let's start with McKinney North. The Bulldogs and head coach Mike Fetchy are known for their explosive offense. Through 12 games, McKinney North averaged 54 points a game, and they look to bring that high-powered offense to this district as well. West Mesquite and Wiley East will be battling it out for that fourth playoff spot with Sherman and Tyler. Newcomer of the year, TJ Washington of Wiley East is just a sophomore, but should be a force to be reckoned with, while the Wranglers bring back Kevin Jennings behind center, and he will add experience to this West Mesquite team.
And great teams need great players. And it's time to turn our focus to them now, as the North Texas Honda dealers want to recognize the players on the rise, those players destined to lead their team to victory.
McKinney North wide receiver J.J. Henry is going to try to have a big senior year. In his junior year, he had 71 receptions for 1,400 yards, an average 20 yards per catch. Walker Cobb will be taking over the leadership role for the Highland Park defense. The safety had a good junior year, and with Prince Dorba graduating, his senior year will be even bigger. Cobb and the Scots will have an even tougher test in the 2020 season through district. Wiley East wide receiver TJ Washington will be tested in the coming season. In 2019, the freshman had 211 receiving yards and another 145 rushing yards. As a sophomore, he will be seeing more time on the field and bigger opponents in 7-5A Division 1. McKinney North defensive end Ethan Dennis is another star on the Bulldogs roster. In 2019, he was voted first team All-District and is looking to have a big senior season in 2020. Kevin Jennings was the sophomore quarterback for West Mesquite in 2019. He had a big season as he put up 1,652 passing yards and 19 passing touchdowns. He was also utilized on the ground for West Mesquite, as he had 69 carries and 2 rushing touchdowns.
And those players are great on the gridiron. But do you know somebody from the high school sports scene doing great in your community? The North Texas Honda dealers want to recognize helpful heroes, people in your community that are going above and beyond during this time. To nominate, go to ihsshelpfulheroes.com, and you could catch your nomination on our social media throughout the summer. Now we talk to the men who lead these teams to victory in our Media Day segment.
Hey there everyone, I have Coach Randy Allen of the Highland Park Scots on the phone with me. Coach Allen, how's it going?
It's going great, thank you.
And you kind of see it in Highland Park, seems like one of those schools that always has a D1 quarterback. Chandler Morris, like you said, is going to OU. Do you have somebody who might be waiting in the wings to get their shot at quarterback now?
We do. We have a young man named Braden Shager who has waited patiently in the background and played as a backup last year as a junior to Chandler Morris. He got in some games towards the end and got some experience, but he is ready to go. He got every rep in practice. He got enough playing time to where he feels comfortable, and we're looking for Braden Shager to be surrounded by some good football players, especially that he has 4 of the 5 offensive linemen back. That'll help him in his pass protection, help our running game. So, yes, we do have a quarterback, and he's had 3 scholarship offers, or 4, I think. And most teams don't offer a quarterback unless he started a varsity football game, but he's rated the 61st best quarterback in one recruiting website, and the only one ranked that hasn't started a varsity football game.
And you just mentioned it. You guys have one school in your ISD. Highland Park often gets put in the kind of weird districts, but how do you feel about this new district in 5A Division I now that you have Longview and McKinney North and all the new travel out to Tyler?
Well, it's a very tough district. It's Longview is, of course, one of the best 6A programs, and recently won a state championship in 6A Division II. So I know they're going to be a great football team, and we go out to Longview and we go out to Tyler, and Tyler has a great football program and a great history. We played Tyler, I guess, 2 times since I've been here, and we split with them, and we've never played Longview. So those 2 teams are our long road trips, and they're very talented. But you also have Sherman, McKinney North, and McKinney North went 2 or 3 rounds of the playoffs last year. West Mesquite, who always has talent, and Wiley East is coached by Mike Dormany. They're making progress, and they're much improved. So it's a tough district, and I think it's going to be a real challenge for our football team. And the travel's a little bit new for us. Everything in our other district was close. We get home by 11 o'clock from a game, and now we're going to be getting home at 1 or 2 in the morning from a game at Longview or Tyler.
That can't be fun by any means. I'm an early night person. The one thing that everyone's kind of looking forward to in that district is Highland Park versus Longview. With them coming down from 6A, do you think that adds a little bit different competition or a little bit, different aspect to that game now that they're coming down from 6A to 5A?
Well, we did the same thing. I guess 5 years ago, we were in 6A for 2 years and dropped down to 5A again. And we were 10-2 each year. We were in 6A, and when we dropped down, we thought we had a chance to win the state because our guys had been playing against great competition. They were tough, and we felt like in 2016 that we had the team and the toughness to be a championship team. So Longview will be the same way. When you drop from the 6A, when you're playing bigger schools every week, your team is a tough team, and you've got depth, and your guys are used to winning, and so that will be a really tough game. And I expect them to go far in the playoffs as well.
Thank you, Coach Allen, and good luck to the Highland Park Scots in the 2020 season. Now we have a few messages from our sponsors and a quick trivia question for you.
District 7 5A Division I trivia question. What year did Highland Park duo Matthew Stafford and Clayton Kershaw graduate? A, 2001, B, 2006, C, 2005, or D, 2004? The answer when we return.
The North Texas Honda dealers recognize members of our high school sports community who take time out to be helpful heroes. Nominate a helpful hero today at ihsshelpfulheroes.com. The film session is brought to you by your local North Texas Geico agents. To find the office near you, go to geico.com/DFW. The District Breakdown is presented by GiveMeTheVin.com. These teams make it look easy, just like GiveMeTheVin.com makes it easy to sell your vehicle.
Welcome back to the Campfire. This week's trivia question for District 7 5A Division I is, what year did Highland Park duo Matthew Stafford and Clayton Kershaw graduate? A, 2001, B, 2006, C, 2005, or D, 2004? If you answered B, 2006, you're correct.
And who would have thought that 2006 would have one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball and one of the best quarterbacks in NFL football come out of it, let alone from the same high school? Pretty awesome if you ask me. Now it's time for the district breakdown, presented by GiveMeTheVin.com. We have Inside High School Sports Insider Ryan Harris on to talk more about District 7 5A Division 1. Ryan?
Thanks, Ashley. District 7 5A Division 1 only has 7 teams, but still has plenty of talent. We'll start in Dallas with Highland Park. The Scots graduated another Division 1 talent at quarterback last year in Chandler Morris. Braden Traeger will finally fulfill a lifelong dream of playing quarterback for the Scots on Friday nights. Luckily for Traeger, the Scots returned plenty of talent along the offensive line. That's led by 3-star recruit Jack Lair. Patrick Turner is another 3-star recruit, and he is back to lead the defense at linebacker. Traeger will need help from skilled position players if Highland Park wants to go on another deep playoff run, though. Another team replacing a Division I talent at quarterback is Longview. Whoever wins the starting quarterback job in Longview will have big shoes to fill after Haynes King left for Texas A&M. The Lobos do return a pair of 3-star commits who are both committed to UTSA. Caden Meredith is back at running back and will be relied on heavily, as will linebacker Kybo Jamerson. Longview went 11-1 last season and was upset by Jesuit in the playoffs after going 27-1 over King's last 2 seasons at the helm of the offense. Longview will have another long climb to the top, with new faces leading the way. McKinney North returns talent on both sides of the ball from a team that went 10-2 in 2019 and got a taste of playoff success before bowing out to Lancaster. Among those playmakers back in 2020 is wideout J.J. Henry, a 3-star recruit drawing interest from the likes of Baylor and SMU. Dylan Frazier is back for his junior season as well. I expect McKinney North to make some noise in district play and in the playoffs as well. Wiley East has struggled over the last 2 years. The Raiders only won 2 games in 2019, and that doubled their win total from the year before. Running back Christian Johnson has excellent footwork, and he's back for his senior season, and wide receiver Josh Hollingsworth is back as well. Wiley East will look to increase the win total for a second straight year. West Mesquite took a step back in 2019, finishing just 2-8. That's down from the 4 games the Wranglers won in 2018. Safety Kobe Walton is a 3-star recruit, and he's back to lead the defense in his senior season as West Mesquite looks to bounce back. Sherman finished 6-4 in 2019 and won 3 games against teams in its new district a year ago. Sherman has talent back at wide receiver and in the front 7 on defense. The next step is making the playoffs for a team that just missed out in 2019. And John Tyler is another team that took a step back in 2019. The Lions finished 3-8 after a 10-3 posting in 2018. The good news for Tyler is the Lions won 2 of their 3 games against teams in their new district a year ago. My team to watch is the McKinney North Bulldogs. McKinney North is armed with returning talent and will look to take advantage of Highland Park and Longview, who have plenty of questions heading into 2020. My player to watch is Longview running back Caden Meredith. The Lobos have questions on offense, but Meredith is one player opposing defenses will be keyed in on from the first week. It's time to see if he can step up and lead an offense. That's all from me. Back to you, Ashley.
Ryan, great insight as always. Thank you. I'll see you next week. That's what we have for this edition of the Campfire. Come back every Monday for a new show. Next week, we'll be dropping down to 5A Division 2 and starting our breakdowns of those districts from around the Metroplex. Until then, follow our social accounts. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Those will be deep diving into District 7 5A Division 1 this week. Until next time, I'm Ashley Bullington, and thank you so much for watching the Campfire.